music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Marriage Boot Camp Family Edition, Season Something, Episode 6. It is 4:35 in the morning. I'm recording on my new device. This is my Galaxy S9. Let's hope that said it goes easy breezy, beautiful cover girl or whatever. I just finished watching Beyonce on YouTube Live from Coachella, where she brought out Destiny's Child. She also had Jay-Z come out. Look, I am so wired. I am tired as hell. I'm also it's just too much going on. So I'm like, let me do these 2 reviews so that when I go to sleep, I can be sleep bitches. So yeah. As I said, I'm recording on the new phone. So let's see. I'm using on my iPhone 8. This is a new device, so we're gonna just rock with it. My mugs will be available until Monday. After Monday, the J. Lee mugs, I will no longer be having them available. And then the I'm Fat shirts will only be available for the next 4 days, I believe. And then after that, I'm not selling those anymore either. And I'll be having 3 new designs up the end of April. To get the I'm Fat shirts or the mugs, the description box below this video has the link. So, go ahead and get those together. Marriage Boot Camp. I'm just, we see Amber and how she's out of her medication for her mood stabilizers, for her mental medication. So how she hasn't took them in a few days. Her mama's saying the same thing. I'm completely confused. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Simply because they've only been at the house for like 5 or 6 days. If they've only been at the house for 5 or 6 days, how are they already out of medication? That means 1, they didn't bring medication, or 2, they just took all the goddamn medication. I know that you usually have to have your prescription filled at a certain time, but I'm assuming if you were going somewhere to film something, you would bring medication. Something should be, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, y'all ain't been there that much time to be out of medication. Because when Amber said I haven't taken my medication like 4 or 5 days, I'm like, but bitch, you ain't taking medication since you've been there. You didn't bring the medication. You didn't bring anything. I just don't understand what's going on. I do believe doctors will sometimes fill a prescription a day or 2 early if you have proper reason for it to be done that way. So if you're going out of town, like I'm literally going away for a week and my medication was supposed to be filled on Monday, I'm going out of town on Saturday, so can you fill it now? Because I just don't get what's going on. It's just stupid, whatever. Her mama seemed like she's going through withdrawals. Honestly, she does. Amber, when Dr. Ish goes to talk to Amber, because she got her medicine that came in that day. So he said, take your medication today and get some sleep for a couple hours, and that will help balance you out. Now, the mama, on the other hand, admits that she was on pain meds, opiates, basically, for back pain. So he like, well, yeah, what she's going through is she's going through opiate withdrawal, and that's why she been acting all crazy. Her speech been slurred. I also think she just been taking a whole bunch of extra medication. Let's just call a spade, and say that we think her mama is on them drugs, okay, and on them opiates, and she just not taking them because she's not taking them. Look, something going on with her mama, and I don't care. We see Renee saying how she's going to an NA meeting. She does ask her sisters to go with her, and they say, no, thank you. We're not in the best, on the best terms right now, and maybe you should go by yourself. I feel 2 ways about that. I felt like, one, Renee kept saying before how she does not include her sisters in her addiction situations or whatever. That's one part of it. The other part of it, her sisters also be saying how they don't know much about her addiction and things like that, and how they wish that she would explain things to them. I think it was just weird for both of them to. I mean, I think they should have went. Or at least one of them should have went. If maybe if both didn't go, maybe one of them should have went. I don't know, but I feel some kind of way about it. But I also feel like it's true. If you are beefing with somebody, you may not be in the proper space to be their support system, if that even sounds nice or whatever. But yeah, Renee and her sisters always be beefed out. I mean, I don't think it's any issue. I don't think they even need to be on this show. I think their issues will continue even after they get off the show because they just old and they set in their ways. Anywho, the drill of the day is they are like putting one family member in a raft in the dirty ass pond. I'm sure the pond got herpes or gonorrhea, one of the two. And the other people, family members, have to row out to get them in some shape, way, or form. So we know Amber up in the bed sleep as usual. Amber be at the crib sleep anyway, even when she's at home. So my thing is, Amber being in this dang on baby crib sleep on this episode isn't any different than Amber being at home sleeping her own goddamn on bed. So it is what it is. So, Mama Jones, like, I'm saying, well, I can't swim, so I don't know how we're going to do this. So Chrissy was in the water. Tanya, Amber Mom was in the water. Brandy Daddy was in the water. And then Renee was in the water. So Mommy and Jim Jones have to go get Chrissy. Renee's two sisters have to come get her. Brandy will get her daddy. And then Matt was going to have to go get Amber's mama, Tanya. It was all fine until they said, oh yeah, we're going to also blindfold you. So what you have to do is you have to listen and communicate with the person that's in the water to get to them, to rescue them, and all that stuff. And that, you have to have effective communication. My favorite word at work, when people get on my goddamn nerve, I'm like, look, I love effective communication. It means I can't guide you to do some shit, or you can't ask you for some shit if we don't effectively communicate. Okay, effective communication is the word for the day. So, it was a cool little thing. It was kind of funny. Mama Jones and Jim Jones. Jim Jones at one point had lost one oar. He was using one oar in his arm. I'm like, Jim Jones, Mama Jones, and Chrissy are honestly funny. They are honestly enjoyable. They are entertaining. If they get another season of whatever show they own, I will watch it. And if they have a new show on right now, I don't know about it. So if they do, put it in the comments. Renee just keep yelling at them, but she's not giving any direction. She just keeps telling, follow the sound of my voice. They blindfolded. Your voice sounds like it's coming from somewhere. They don't know where. That ain't how it works. This ain't the movies. That's not how it works here. We see Tanya was given like really good directions or whatever, and Matt got her pretty quickly. Matt and her was the first one to get back to the dock. Brandy just lost in the sauce. Her daddy not really telling her much. Brandy, her daddy old. Okay, he's an older gentleman. I think that's why they did not have him row. Well, probably that, because I think that man is hard of hearing, honestly, truth be told. But yeah, so it's just like, it was just stupid. Lana, when she got in the boat, Lana's one of the Renee's sisters. She was saying, like, I don't like being constrained. I don't like being restrained. Oh, I got constrained. Doesn't like being restrained because they have her in the life jacket or whatever. She got a blindfold on, so she's already have like a little bit of a panic attack, and Renee's still yelling at them or whatever, and Renee feel like she's faking it. She doesn't want to find me. She wants to, kind of weasel her way out of it. But I'm like, she was really having an issue, and some people don't like feeling restrained. It's a true thing. So if you restrain me and put a goddamn blindfold on me and put me in the goddamn river, they got herpes and stuff, I'm going to be a little bit agitated. So they had like put her out the water. She was having like a little breathing issues. Believe that she had a little bit of a asthma attack, panic attack or whatever. And Renee like, she's full of shit. She's just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to cop out. And then Renee just jumps in the water. So now Renee got herpes. And she swims to the shore. Like, just put some water on her. I'm looking like, bitch, that's your sister. How do you not care? But she still have feelings because they did not go with her to her NA meeting. You know what I'm saying? Brandy and her dad arguing, you know what I'm saying, in a little confession or whatever. And he kind of getting hype. And I'm like, her fake crying face makes her face look like it hurts. Okay. Yeah. So they give them these conversation cards when they have finished this task or whatever. And it says stuff like, shut up, walk out or whatever. It's just stuff that you don't usually really use to communicate. And it's like, we want y'all to go back up in the house. Matt, you can even talk to Amber. Amber can participate in this. And, y'all can talk about y'all issues. Everyone talk with their family about their issues. And if you think you need to use one of these cards, you use one of the cards. The cards was just not. I think one was like get out or go away. What was it? Yeah, shut up, change the subject, card, go away, whatever. Those not cards you use to communicate. And they all was like talking to each other, but nobody was really communicating. At one point when Matt went up to go talk to Amber to say, hey, whatever, she was like, I'm not participating. I'm here. When I'm done, I don't want to talk. I'm like, girl, I don't have to participate with this. I'm on break. I'm tired. Amber. Amber makes my hair hurt when it's drying. That's how she makes me feel. She makes my hair hurt. She's just so fucking aggravating, and I'm like, whatever. But yeah, I feel like everyone was talking, but no one was really communicating to each other because they all kept on holding up little card things. So, whatever. And I think at one point, Jim Jones had asked Chrissy, okay, what you want to talk about? And Chrissy brought up he needs to learn how to cook. Chrissy be wanting Jim to do certain things, and she wants him to change. But when he opened the door, she don't walk through it. You know what I'm saying? At my job, me and my supervisor, we really cool or whatever. Well, she just left recently, but yeah. Or even my coworker Shannon, who y'all see when we be interacting and doing stuff on my Instagram. I say to them all the time, because I'm the silly one, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I be on here. I be cracking doors or whatever. So I'm like, y'all open the door and then y'all get mad when I walk through it. So you can't, when someone opens the door, walk right the fuck on through. Chrissy ain't do that. So whatever. I think this was a really short episode because after that, Dr. H and Dr. V was giving each person like a little, explanation about how they interacted or whatever. When they get to Matt and Tanya, they say how you guys were really able to communicate effectively without Amber around. It really works. So maybe Amber not always been in the picture, could help y'all communicate better. Of course, that pissed Amber off. Now she pissed. Well, what do you mean? I have to. Amber was talking and fussing and yelling so loud, I didn't care what she was saying. I kind of ignored it. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like when Amber is not around, people do get together. People are able to communicate better. Amber gets pissed as if every time anyone says anything about her, or someone can say the sky's blue. The sky blue. You think I don't know that? You think I'm a dummy? And I'm like, well, bitch, all I said was the sky was blue. I ain't say nothing about you. And that's how she do. She gets mad for no goddamn reason. She goes upstairs she walks away. Dr. Ish was like, let her go. Bye, whatever. Not, because Amber wants attention. She wants attention at every time she can get. Whenever she doesn't feel like she's in control, she wants the fucking attention. She just does a tantrum. I like how they said, let her go about her business. We're going to keep going. Matt goes and talks to her and basically just get her to come back downstairs. But I'm like, first of all, she was upstairs in a goddamn baby crib, having a goddamn temper tantrum. Leave her baby ass up there and tell her shut up. Okay, that's what I would do. That's just me. And then from there, Judge Toller come down, and it's kind of Judge Toller came down, and she initially was talking about how when her mother was dying, that her and her sister kind of were at odds. She said how they had always, kind of bickered over the years, back and forth. She's like, I'm 57 years old. So for the past 50 years, me and my sister would be always at each other's throat, and sometimes we would not talk to each other. And she said, because my mother asked me while she was dying, to please call your sister and talk. She's like, what, I did it because she asked me to do it, while she was dying. And she was very emotional talking about, you can hear that she was like crying. A person, you can hear the tears in their voice and they're trying their best not to have that breakdown. You can hear the whole thing. It must have been something recent. And then she said, her mother said, y'all need to fix it. You need to fix it. She said, and after my mother passed away, she's like, now me and my sister, we were the best of friends. Like, we really came together, and we have been arguing and fussing and fighting all these years and for nothing. And I think she equated that to, of course, the Graziano sisters. Y'all really arguing about nothing. In hindsight, when Renee brings up that she's more angry with her sisters because when her ex was beating her, the ex convinced her family that he wasn't, and they all thought Renee was lying. So she's like, I'm mad at them because they didn't believe me. And then Judge said, you can't be mad at them, be mad at him. He did it. He beat your ass, and he told them he wasn't doing it. He convinced them that he wasn't doing something. So you can't give him the power to now have a discourse and divide between you and your sisters. And I completely agree. People do things, and you see the best in people. And sometimes if your family member is a little bit crazy, you be like, why you lying on that man? He didn't beat you. And even if your family should, your family should always believe you. If someone says someone's beating them, you can't just not listen. I think the difference is if you telling me he beating your ass, but you still with him. Uh, yeah, I would be like, well, is he really beating your ass? Because you ain't left. So if he beating your ass, what you staying for? So I think that can be think about, like, maybe he was beating. She was saying he beating me, and they like, but you still with him, so he can't be beating you. What you want us to do? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I wonder what that, like, it's like ice outside, and it's freaking April in Michigan. Lord Jesus. Anywho, um, she compared Jim Jones to a racehorse in his thing. She just said how, what a racehorse is great, on the field, running and doing whatever. He's great. He can win whatever race. He's great. He has great stamina. All these things. However, when you try to get that great old horse, that thoroughbred, into the stables, it's hard to get him to focus or get in there. And she said that's what I see with y'all. She was like, and she said something else about Jim. You should know that you got Chrissy and she's the person you love. And, my thing just paused. I hope it does not mess up the way my mouth was moving. But she's like, you need to realize that Chrissy is your girl and you have her, and just do the right thing, which I completely agree with. And that's kind of how the episode went off. I don't really care about Brandy and her daddy, because I feel like he old and he just ain't up with the time, and I feel like Brandy is an attention whore a little bit, and she just needs attention. I do think he loves her, but I think because he's older, the things that she's into now, this new technology, these new words and things, and the reality, he don't know any of that. I think it's not even about them having to be on marriage boot camp. I think she just needs to spend some more time with her daddy so he can see what she really do in life. So that part I don't really agree with. I don't really care about much. I think Amber, Matt, and Tanya's is batshit crazy. We know that him and her are not together now, so it almost doesn't matter. I'm still looking to catch her current boyfriend in the shadow somewhere looking at her. That's just my personal opinion. And I think that's it. It was a really easy episode today, which is a good thing because I'm goddamn tired. I want to see the rest of the season because it looks to be interesting, but they picked the best moments of the season and put it in a goddamn preview to make you think it's gonna be wonderful, and then sometimes it don't be. So put your comments below if you have any. If you have some, it'd be great. Other than that, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.